Hey guys, welcome back to ArtosisCasts. This is Flash. Like, obviously, I'm casting a lot of Flash lately. He's actually been more active on the ladder than he has been in quite some time. So you know, I think that's obviously a big part of why I'm casting him. Love to see what type of shape he's in when he is active on the ladder and what type of strategies he's working on. But a big part of why I wanted to check this out as well is this guy down here, Ruin. You guys might remember from a couple years ago, Ruin was in the position that, like, I guess Motive and Paralyze are in right now, where he was really kind of the up-and-coming Terran. Protoss. He was starting to get into ASL pretty regularly, having some pretty darn good games. Not the greatest results, but good games where he's, like, ahead of some of the best players in the world. Super modern player, and then he kind of fell off. We haven't seen Ruin in ASL in a couple years now. He was really kind of the Protoss I had my eye on. I really love the way that he approaches the game in every matchup. But yeah, I don't know, this happens to people sometimes. You start to really show your skills and maybe something goes wrong, maybe you don't understand something that's going on, maybe part of your playstyle has been figured out. It's hard to say. But he and Flash played 3 games on the ladder, so I'm actually planning on covering all 3 of those because, well, Litmus is one of the maps, and yeah, that's a fun way to start. And I did notice that Roaring Currents is going to be one of the maps as well, and that's a map that everyone likes to see. So, yeah, want to see what shape Ruin's in, because I think he's still a player, based on what I've seen out of him, he's still a player. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets back into getting into ASL and still continues to rise up. Because, like, even when you get to that level, it takes a while to be consistent in it. Okay, so, like, let me try to put this into other words. Okay, so, like, for instance, I think speed will basically be in every ASL. Of course, you're going to miss some. Like, even Sharp missed an ASL like a few seasons ago, and then got a finals like pretty quickly after, right? Like, things happen in those really difficult qualifiers from time to time. But if you look at the players that are really rising up, like, Paralyze is in his first, but I think he's going to become pretty regular. Scan missed this season, but he made round of 16 last season. I think he's going to become pretty regular. Motive made last season, but missed this season. I think he's going to be pretty regular. And then we have True has become very regular. I know Saber made it in, and I think he's going to become regular. Even though, like, not yet. Like, I think he's going to be like Scan or something where it's like he only makes it in sometimes for a little bit. I think HM is going to do a similar thing. So, yeah, to try to put this into perspective, it takes a while, even once you're definitely ASL level, to always make it in. Like, there's a certain level of experience that some of these other guys have that's really hard to overcome. Like, for instance, I think Scan is... well, he's a great example, but he's a close friend of mine, too, and you guys know that. So, anyways, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's look at the game. Like, we already had a little bit, but, like, I mean, that wasn't much. He ran the Zealot by. It was a very, very fast bunker. And just some decent micro from Flash, and there you go. He's getting his command center up. Nexus is actually much quicker for Ruin, so overall, the opener for Ruin going to be a little bit stronger here. Flash up a couple SCVs right now, but Ruin will be able to make that up with the speed of that Nexus. Vulture being pushed back. Mines are on the way. Should not be able to get a kill on this Vulture. I think he'll rotate it around too. I don't think he's going to bring it back for repair. I don't think you want to bring this back for repair because then the Dragoon keeps it in there and there's no mines on the map and it's just like, it's silly. Pokes up, just checks, and he'll go home. He knows he has time right before mines get out to get home now. All right. Yeah. Just solid opener from Ruin overall. Mines coming out, and he actually brings an SCV outside of his wall to repair. I kind of like that, as opposed to bringing it all the way back. Because if you bring this all the way back, well, first off, if there's a Dragoon there, you might lose it. But then also that stalls it out and deals a lot of damage on the way out. Whereas you can bring the SCV down, And if the Dragoon's there, it just turns around and runs, and the Dragoon will never kill the SCV. Okay, lays a mine. We got some mines over here, really well placed in the travel path. And then he's gonna, these are defensive. So this is him. This is actually a nod towards Ruin potentially going Dark Templar or something just generally aggressive. Looking down at Ruin's base, of course, we can see this is going to be a Reaver opener. Observatory in the wall, and he'll probably stand a Dragoon here to block everything. Couple zoning Dragoons out in the front. And the observatory's finished before he even gets to check, so it's going to be hard to read that this is Reaver first. Second factory coming up, engineering bay coming up. This is really what Flash likes right now. This is pretty meta to go double factory very quickly in these games. It's just there's not... It doesn't feel like the armory does very much, like a very fast armory. Like, upgrade Terran is not super existent right now. This just leaves you... This is a lot of flexibility with the 2 factory. So the Vulture's still running around a little bit. Okay, the zoning Dragoons will get a little bit of damage there. Second gateway coming up. Ah. So he never made a second... he never made a second... Zealot, so he's actually going to bring a Dragoon. Like, yeah, a Dragoon is going to be better in there than one Zealot. Kind of interesting that he chose not to make a second Zealot. I am a little bit surprised, but that's going to go across the map. Citadel coming up this quickly. This might be fast Arbiter on 2 base after Reaver, which is not a common build. Super uncommon. I'm interested to see. Like, I guess it could be quick Psystorm, but that's not even a real StarCraft 1 build. Like, 2 base Psystorm? Yeah, that's not a thing. Like, that's... Okay, we'll see. Anyways, drops out this Reaver and Dragoon. Flash got a little tiny bit of counter damage there with his Reaver harassment. Pretty good micro overall on the Reaver. The tank... Oh, the tank actually doesn't come in for the shot. I thought he would. Okay. Good block. Good block. That's another nice thing about the double factory play, is you have enough units that when the Reaver comes, you can actually just fight. Whereas when you're on 1 factory, occasionally someone will rip you apart. They get a good scarab and you're like, uh-oh, I have 3 tanks and 1 red Goliath right now. And yeah, it's a very quick Arbiter after Reaver. Now, Ruin is generally on the very cutting edge of the metagame. He's one of those players that if there's a new build, he knows it and he uses it. I have not seen this build, and I play all the time and watch so many games, so I'm very interested about this. I'm very interested about this build. Reaver into 2 base Arbiter. Because 2 base Arbiter it's fairly common. We see it from time to time. Bisu still does it, you know. Arbiter isn't super popular right now, although it's been gaining a little bit of popularity again. But it's a very robust build. It's like, doesn't really die to very much. Okay, he brings up the 1 Zealot, by the way. Oh, wow. Okay, he sacks the Reaver for that shot. He is going to pick off these tanks pretty quickly. Yeah, may as well run. You don't really need to kill the Marines, honestly. Loses a goon to get the extra Marines. I'm not sure that that's a great choice, but okay. Not the end of the world either. 3rd Nexus is coming up. You know, maybe it's just because this is so hidden. Maybe this is just like kind of a cheesy play, because he has chosen such a crazy place to put it. Also, a couple things, like obviously speed shuttles would be good here. We've talked a lot about speed shuttles on Litmus, but Arbiter, you can't really block in the back very well. So maybe he's just planning like a quick recall build or something. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to take some guesses here because it's such a bizarre opener that we're seeing. By the way, this is a little bit dangerous. Getting vultures through here is not that hard. I've been told that there is a certain way that you can spam SNH to get a vulture through there, and I've done it once or twice, but also even laying mines. That's just like a wider opener. Whenever I see that, I try to get something through and maybe 20% success rate. Okay, DT comes up. Wow. The 1DT is actually killing. That was excellent for 1DT. That was excellent at this point in the game. Okay, Ruin here. I didn't notice. I don't think he got an upgrade for the Arbiter yet. Maybe he's just going to utilize the cloaked ability for now and just get an upgrade later. Okay, stasis gets started, legs get started. So he's kind of filling in. And the DTs, like, this is really smart play, guys. Ruin is like, I mean, Flash is doing fine, but I really appreciate like what we're seeing from Ruin. You know, like he's out there, he's taxing the scans with Dark Templars. And like that is an investment from him. Dark Templars are not free. They take a while to build. But he's taxing those scans. He's kind of keeping Flash back. He's building out the right types of tech to be able to hold on against pushes. You know, an Arbiter with recall, like I mentioned on this map, can be really, really strong. You know, there's like all sorts of angles you can bring it in from that are difficult to defend. So I feel like Ruin is giving himself like a lot of tools to work with, and I'm excited to see what he does with it. But yeah, I think Ruin's doing a really great job of showing why I appreciate him as a player this game. Arbiter hidden on the side. Recall is on the way. Kind of a zoning Reaver there. No cannons in here. It looks like he tried to make a cannon, by the way. See that probe? Looks like he told it to make and something got in the way. Didn't make for Protoss Edition. Vultures rotating down. Yeah, just going to start clearing this out. It's like Flash right now, I would say technically has a better army. +1, he's got +1 armor on the way, +2 attack has been started. Ruin doesn't have a ton of supply. This is such a teched out build. Like if you go Reaver into 2 base Arbiter into your 3rd base, like already the 3rd base is really late and you've spent so much money on tech, obviously your army supply is not going to be as high. You know, we can see other games, like you can actually, like let's say you do a faster 3rd base with Observer into Arbiter, you can actually be maxed right now with Stasis. But that's not the type of strategy he's going for, and that's not strictly better, by the way, right? Like this is a very, I want to say cloaked build. It's a very disguised build because he hid the Arbiter tech and everything. So Flash now adding some missile turrets. You can see, yeah, this is really important to fill up this area with missile turrets and even maybe lay some mines there. He's got recall. Watch this Arbiter now. I think this is what it was all about. By the way, there's like a random drop coming in. And there's that... Oh, boy. It's a little bit annoying. Oh, man. Oh, man. Here we go. Wow, he actually brings a shuttle in here as well. And Flash has the perfect siege position. This could have gone better. Like, he chose, like, a funny place to fly through. The thing is, you need 3 turrets together to kill the Arbiter. And the Arbiter will just barely die to 3 turrets if you just sit 3 together. So, like, he could have gotten in anywhere, basically. Not right. Well, I mean, he still could have gotten in, technically. But that was, like, kind of a funny location because it was so close. You kind of want to make the Terran units come up the ramp to fight you. I think if he had gone, he'd top a line and, like, recalled over here, this would have been so much better than recalling here. But he ran into an additional turret. I think that's what made him do the recall, because he ran through 2, and then there was an additional one. So it's like, okay, you are going to lose the Arbiter. So he recalled here. If he recalled here, 100% better. Recall here, 50% better. Something like that. But yeah, Flash was able to clear that from the low ground, which is not something that ever really happens. But I liked the ideas that we saw here from Ruin. But I think Ruin might, in fact, be ruined now. His supply is less than Flash's. Flash is expanding up the right side, which is how I think theoretically this map should be played. He's got complete control of this right side now, pushing into this Nexus. Now, Ruin has taken this base. He's taking this base. So some of the right ideas, but I don't know how he's supposed to put on any counter pressure here. Flash is going to macro really cleanly on 4 bases, and he's going to have great upgrades. He's going to have EMP. I mean, this is a super gas-heavy map. So, you know, it's not going to be any issue for him to have those extra EMPs or anything. Looks like the Arbiter... Oh, maybe he's going to recall on top of this. Yeah, it looks like it. Recall's mostly Zealots here. Has a Psystorm mixed into. Good D-Matrix. Yeah, okay, so Flash holds that. I think that the choices of recalls were off. I think the overall idea was pretty good. But when Flash can bring his army from his rally point up like one screen and then siege it here and basically clear your recall without having to path through his own base, it was a failed recall. So I think that was the main mistake. But it was an interesting build. Let me know what you guys think as far as Reaver into Arbiter, because it's really not something you ever see. Even on the ladder, you don't really see this. So, interesting. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.